7 o'clock and you're this quiet.
Hello.
Hello.
Thursday, boys.
Bonjour.
Let's go.
What's up?
I'm far too happy for a Thursday.
Is there a proper level of happiness for a Thursday?
Yes.
Please tell me
Like-
the level.
Yeah, out of 10. Out of 10.
You should be at a 5.
It's like a 7.
The hype levels rise.
Alright, serve it. Do you have a different picture for your mannequin today?
No, I put it on last time actually.
Every session we get new art.
It's a new mannequin picture.
And the final form of the mannequin is just gonna be a mannequin from Sears.
I'm just
Literal
gonna-
live
I'm just
action
gonna get
mannequin.
The one in the lumberjack aisle.
Uh,
Plaid t-shirt.
it's got a flannel on.
Yeah, it's got a fake beard and a beanie too. And you get one of those mannequin pictures without a face.
To be fair, we did say the game was horror related, so
Do a tall jointed mannequin, dear God.
Ugh.
Maybe if I was playing a Warforged, I would do it.
There you go.
That's gonna put me to sleep. I love it.
All right, is it everyone ready?
Yes.
I am.
Yep.
Should be good to go.
Ready to go.
All right. Who can tell me what happened last time?
I can. I'll do it.
A crab happens, that much I can say.
A crab happened. That is a terrible way to talk about your own party member.
Yeah, it's pretty rude.
But not entirely wrong.
Fairly sure a couple of those were shrimp.
And now you're crossing the line here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, to the sounds of the ocean breeze and sounds of crashing waves, last time you guys made your way to the beach, you found a coral reef, built and protected, housing all forms of oceanic life. From crabs to shrimp, you find three-headed fish. You find crabs with tentacle arms. You find all kinds of life just happens type of fish. You battled a crab that knew kung fu. In its attempt to free its brethren from the strangleholds of fish society.
Whoa, they're making us sound like the bad guys.
Are we the baddies?
I tried to talk to them, so they were pretty dead set on violence.
They woke up and chose violence.
Some of them seem to be born and choose violence.
It happens. So, we start today off with, you have just cleared out the fish. You have fought the crab. And you find it's still raining. So not only are you getting hit by seawater, you're getting hit by rainwater. And your paladin is currently in NPC mode.
You know, I ain't saying I'm complaining or nothing, but you just want to go inside away from, all this squalor?
It's probably a good idea. assuming we got all the fish, crab things.
I'm sure they want to keep some of them alive.
So Zeus is gonna offer you a place for us to, get all dry and whatnot, yeah?
We have room as long as you're willing to sleep on the floor.
Right.
You will see your paladin ghastly float across the top of the ocean.
Wait a second.
Because NPCs can walk through walls. Inside, you find a cozy, decent home. It's got enough to stay warm. You can see the doors are wooden, but enough to keep the cold out. You can see enough places to sit, enough places to dry off your clothes. Let's do this.
What time of day is it, if you don't mind reminding us?
Currently, right now, after your escapade on the barge, you're looking at about about 8 at night. So the sun's starting to go down. It's just on the horizon as the night sky falls behind it.
Yeah, I could use some rest.
Do the fish often fight back? Yoru? Did we ever get his name?
You do not.
No. Okay. Lion Man.
Well, occasionally we get a shark that tries to jump, or the occasional fish that seems to want to bite when we try and herd them in. But I can't say we've ever seen a mutiny. No.
So you would say what happened here is uncommon.
Well, I would say it's the first time I've seen a crab try to raise an army. Yes.
Trouble seems to follow us wherever we go. I expected nothing less from this island.
There's the first time for everything.
I wonder if this is just recent changes on the island, or if we're truly bad luck.
They did say weird is normal.
What, you just trying to say that since we showed up, everything didn't go into shit?
I mean, it's kind of a coincidence. I think like last two places we went, there happened to be problems.
Sounds like the whole island's a problem. No offense.
That seems true. Yeah.
There is a whole guild formed specifically for this purpose.
Above board, we're like marked with something, right? Like we knew this first episode.
Do what?
Uh, First episode, it was mentioned that we were like marked or something. Is that correct?
I believe it is that like some of the residents of the island are marked somehow.
I don't think any of us actually checked if we have a mark on us.
I know I did not.
You no, you guys are not marked. There are various people within the guild that are marked due to birth defects and such.
Okay. Okay.
It's been a hot minute. So what was the actual like mission for coming here? It was just to check on the place, right? Because they didn't get word back to town or something.
Mm-hmm.
You're really trying to put me to sleep now?
Look, it's raining out in waves. It's called ambiance. What do you want from me?
I love it. I'm not complaining. Just going to fall asleep. After I punch things a lot. So you's always been here. Well, you ain't always been here alone. But now that you's just here alone, are you you worried about anything else popping up after you?
I mean, from time to time we have the occasional storm that may cause damage to the reef, but can't say I've ever been terrified of being here, no.
What was the town's name again?
Noldrick. The village of Noldrick.
Yoldrick?
Mm-hmm.
So does the fishery have an association with the town of Noldrick, or is it like a solo run operation?
Oh, well, we supply some fish over there that the boats cannot get to. But overall, it's mostly to study the habitat.
Were you provided with the sending stone?
Ah, yes. Most of us are. And if we can't use that, we just use the plants.
Plants?
Ah, yes. You see, there are various plants on the island around this area that you can send a message through.
Odd.
Though you have to choose the right plant because some will bite you.
Would you be able to point it out one nearby?
Probably. That would be hard to tell at night.
Fair enough.
This is all awfully inconvenient, so why the lack of words? What's stopping from using the sending stone?
I can only send so much a day. I do occasionally use it for other uses.
Has there been problems with using it recently? We were sent here to check up on you.
Oh no, I just used it for personal matters and used it up a few days.
Fair enough. I would caution you to at least keep a couple. It seems more events have been happening, at least recently. It'd be a shame if you have no more messages available to send, and then something were to happen.
Well, I would say I'm terrified of the what roams out there. I'm also terrified of not answering messages as well.
Again, fair enough.
At least you didn't break it while drunk. That is an improvement over our previous job.
Well, can't say I've ever done that, but it does sound familiar.
You've got a story to tell?
Well, from time to time we get volunteers and they accidentally drop it in the water and leads to some interesting noises.
Squint.
It's all bubbly and whatnot.
Just look at my my crab folk man.
Wow. Wow.
Did it sound like when he was speaking to the crab? Because I wouldn't have understood what he was saying to the crab.
It sounds terrible to say it speaks like Kingler and goes kiko kiko ki, but
No, I mean, like, you said bubbly and stuff. Did it sound kind of like Aquan, or?
yeah.
So the animals can speak Aquan, at least some level of intelligence then. It wasn't just a one-off with the crab, it seems.
You said it was dark outside, correct? Like and raining.
Yeah.
Okay. Are the bodies still there? Like, hopefully.
I mean, most of them just kind of dissolved away. Like,
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Darn it. You said most of it though. Can I?
well, there's
I guess
still
I'll-
like a piece of the crab still like on the barge.
Okay. I might go investigate. So you can continue here. I'm gonna go down.
Just watch the robot man walk out alone.
Into the rain.
I'll follow him.
This is kind of like my thing, you know, like the hunter.
I's got a question for you. What's the strangest thing you've seen picking up around here?
In the ocean or on the land?
Yes.
I did see a six-mouth shark once.
Not like six-headed, but six-mouthed.
Yep. It opened its maw, and all you saw was 19 layers of sharp teeth.
So what'd you do?
It was trying to eat rocks, so I walked away slowly.
Nods in understanding.
That was probably the worst. Things in Ma, we occasionally see Some fish do sometimes grow legs. They don't get very far, but it's entertaining.
Have these mutations become more common?
Not as widespread as you would think. They pop up here and there.
Can I do like an investigation check down here on the dock? I don't know. I just want to see if I can find anything.
Sure, go ahead. What
That's
exactly?
big.
What exactly are you trying to find?
I guess I just kind of want to inspect the area and try to see, maybe if there's a particular reason why they came, or if there's any. You said there might be some stuff left over. Just inspect some of the leftovers, I guess.
All right. Some of the bodies that kind of dissolved away, so you can see there are like a couple of shrimp, like strips of the shells still kind of not fully gone. The main crab that you did fight, you can see you can see still kind of has like the top half of the pincer on one hand.
And they're not dissolving, right? Or are they slowly dissolving?
They're in the process of dissolving.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess he's gonna look at Lane and say, Lane, do you find this all to be weird, right? You find this to be weird, correct?
As weird with the fast changing environment can be, yes. More weird that the fish that they're farming dissolves after the creature is dead.
The skeletons we fought earlier, they dissolved as well. Something's going on.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
the 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 only thing that crosses my mind at this point is as you're both staring at you, it's a warforged who has soulless eyes and a mannequin who has soulless eyes, and all I can think of is he looks back at me, I look back at him during the entire conversation.
Wait, does Lane blink?
That's a good question. Does Lane blink?
No.
Oh my god!
So it's just an endless staring contest over here.
Yep.
Its face is too rigid to move, like, without actively thinking about moving it.
You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night, fucking Lane is staring at you, deadpan.
Are you satisfied then with your investigation?
For now, I'm just trying to keep a record of what's going on.
Do you believe we should tomorrow have the conversation, possibly, with the underwater life to see how intelligent they actually are?
Do
That's not a bad idea, especially with our crab friend over there. Maybe he can help.
Possible. Could we head back then?
Yeah, let's get out of this rain.
Turn off your light just in case.
He turns it off.
So you's ever seen an apex thing?
Apex what now?
Points to Rook.
Well, let me show you my journal here. He's gonna nerd out and show him the Apex picture.
Huh. Can't say I've ever seen that.
Lucky you.
Though I have seen a fish about that big.
Squint. The thing we saw didn't have like gills or nothing, did it?
It's possible we were hiding.
We were kind of far away too, so I only have a subtle drawing, I guess. Maybe not as specific as I want it to be.
If things track well enough on this island, things adapt.
You did say something as big as it, yeah?
Yep.
What'd you do about it?
Well, it was pretty far out in the water. And it seemed to fishtail around a bit, seemed to be very long. We just kind of turned the boats away at that point. We tend not to go very far out in the water. Storms leave a lot of wreckage into the area and makes traveling very hard.
As my one of my emotionless seeming companions do say, fair enough.
No. As long as you're okay with eating some type of fish dish for dinner and okay with some mats on the floor, you're welcome to stay.
How do you preserve the meat of the fish?
A little bit of salt, some magic. It's usually about it.
So do they normally dissolve if you do not use magic?
Dissolving fish? I don't know. Can't say I've ever seen dissolve outside of what I've seen today. He points to his kitchen. You can see plenty of fish that have been murdered.
What kind of magic do you use to preserve the fish?
I'm going to go with prestidigitation. Because technically repose does not count at this point.
Yeah, he just nods. I was just making sure it wasn't like some uber leveled spell or
Oh, no.
something.
He uses the spell keep the meat fresh.
Wish.
There you go.
Hey, I don't know. From what we've seen so far, it's a bunch of low level kind of just protection stuff and cantrips, which you would expect. So whatever's happening to us is definitely weird.
Wait. Okay. I'm gonna detect magic.
Okay.
Do I find anything?
I mean, outside of a specified area, kind of like what looks like a freezer, almost, or a box or crate made specifically for holding fish. Outside of that, and the one, it's what, 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet.
There you go. Outside of that, and one similarly to north, which would indicate the runes on the road. That's about it.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
You'll still get bings for like lanterns they have magically used to illuminate light because they don't feel like using actual oil lanterns. That's about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I reckon we get some sleep then, and maybe look for more things in the morning.
Would you be willing to show us those sending plants in the morning?
Yes, they should be awake by then.
Sounds good.
Let's just hope for no more dissolving crab people to attack us.
All right. So you guys enjoy a fine cuisine of fish food.
Nitric is just going to stick to rations for now.
Couple of stews.
Gonna copy my alarm spell if I
Yes.
have 2 spare hours.
Yep.
Awesome.
Make sure you use track goal and everything.
Yep.
The night goes on. You are put to sleep by the sounds of the crashing waves as they hit the beach, the rain paddling down over the roof. Occasional thunder here and there. You hear the sounds of owls in the forest to your north, hooting away. And we will assume that your vampire buddy takes a drink.
Rook notices.
Oh wait, no, they would clearly go into the bathroom and do it in there.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Sip, sip.
Mm-hmm. I'm not an
You hear a lot
alcoholic.
of
You're an
flushing.
alcoholic.
Hear a lot of flushing.
A lot of weird noises come from that bathroom.
Walks out.
Weird is normal.
Walks out. I'm not out an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic. Where is her long rest button? But the night goes over without a hitch for the most part. You get nice, solid rest. wake up to the sounds of the ocean hitting the beach. The rain has stopped, and you get somewhat of the sun trying to peek out through the sky. You get a nice ocean breeze going through the windows. You get that nice ocean smell around the area. And it's practically 9 o'clock in the morning.
The light be blessed. Let us hope that a good day lies ahead of us. Now time to work.
Hang on, I have to make my morning coffee.
Squint?
Blast, we're here on duty, not on vacation.
It's just a cup of like grade 1 oil.
He's not a morning person.
Like, you don't
You're not.
even sleep.
Yeah.
It's just a bad day. It's the worst time of the day. He's been
Interesting.
up all night.
Sorry, did you say it was still raining? Or
No,
it's clear now, right?
it's still cloudy, but the sun is trying to like push through just a little bit. So you see like an occasional like beam of the sun crossing across the ground.
It's the first day of clear weather. Wow.
Alright. Cool.
Don't jinx it.
Wait, didn't it cleared up when the crab showed up, didn't it?
No, it was still raining. Then it just wasn't snowing.
Oh, it wasn't snowing. Okay.
Hate crab nose control weather.
Looks at our
Are you
crab.
willing to show us the plants now, or do you need more time?
Ah, you can do that. Yes. You can see along various points of the trees where it's as the sun hits down towards the trees, you can see a lot of the vines and the drooping branches do kind of unfold, kind of like they are also waking up. You can see a couple of flowers popping out as they bloom out. You can see various like almost like thicker, heftier vines also unfold. He goes, well, so the way to tell a man-eating plant between the normal ones is, well, appearance. The thicker vines you see here, these ones will eat you. Now, at normal glance, you won't be able to tell, but as long as you generally stay away from them, they won't do anything. They just go after bugs and the occasional animal that may cross by. What you want is the flowers. You see him walk up to one of them and goes, they live across the island, generally through the trees and other foliage you may find in the cities. As long as you send a message through them, eventually it'll lead back there, generally by the time you get back.
So the messages take a few days.
Think of it like a. Think of it like telephone.
Mm.
But 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 in instead of it being like by the time it gets in, it's like, well, Bob has said this. It's the full accurate thing.
So most of the planes have a predetermined pathway for these messages.
Ah, yes. As long as you tell them where it's going, they'll generally send it the right way.
Plants.
Well, they are living creatures, yes.
And they speak common.
Yep. You can talk to them.
He just blinks and looks at the plant.
I got a flower. Hang on.
Hello.
Oh wait, I have one.
They don't respond back though or anything.
No, hang on. I'm grabbing the one making the channel. So let's see here. Nope. Nope. Terrifying. Nope. More terrifying. That'll work. There we go.
What the?
That'll work for now. Reflex holder. Hey, can I help you?
Just blinks again.
Sorry, I got tinnitus in my bad ear from the thunder. What you need?
I was just introducing myself. My name is Lane.
Hi, I'm Shrooms O'Reilly.
It is nice to meet you. Do you not need the sun to live?
Well, look up. I'm getting hit by the sun now.
Looks up at the clouds.
The sun rolled by. Are you trying to fight with an old plant?
No. Is that enough sun for you then?
Unlike today's plants, I don't need that much sun.
Andy? What about when it snows?
Well, the sun reflects off the snow, and we get good amount of the sun.
I meant more, how do you survive when it snows?
Oh, we just live off the trees.
So you're a part of the tree in some way?
Well, no, I can get up off the tree at any point in time. I'm just lazy. Do you see this ocean view? Glorious.
So you're able to move.
You see him pop out one of his legs. You can see it's almost stump-like on the bottom.
Very interesting. So it's more of an information network then? I asked the lion.
Yes, generally.
That is interesting. Well, it was nice to meet you, O'Reilly.
Yes, yes.
Does it require payment in some form or manner?
No, generally your company is fine. Oh, yes, Yoro. Your wife sends a hello. Ah, no, gotta use a sending tone. Very well. And this is what he uses his sending stone for. His wife.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, that answers some of my questions. Would you guys like to try the other question I had? Looks like Crabman.
What was your question?
The questionable sentience of the fish.
Oh, guess I could swim around for a bit and listen.
It sounded like some form of crab uprising, I guess is what you said. Something like that. They wanted to free their friends.
Yes, they wanted to have a revolution or something, they said, but I don't know. I think they were just trying to get out and trying to destroy property and whatnot.
I'm more worried about what we found out last night about the fish dissolving and it not being a normal occurrence. If the fish that are in the farm currently do not possess at least some form of intelligence, we know it's a one-off and is most likely something not to do with the farm itself.
All right. Um, shall I swim around then?
Maybe helpful.
Yeah, I can go with you if you need any help.
Yes, maybe in case there are more fish that are mutated and want a revolution, it would be good.
Is this alright with you? Asked the lion.
I mean, as long as you don't screw up the ecosystem, sure.
Fair enough. Let's walk away as I stare at the weird flower and the lion talking to each other. What kind of Looney Tunes hell am I in?
How dare you? Shrooms O'Reilly is an upstanding member of this society.
He's a sunflower. Why is his name Shrooms?
It's a family name. God.
I thought
Terrible.
O'Reilly was his family name.
No, O'Reilly is his wife's name.
Oh god.
Oh.
They're all named Shrooms.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dive in, I guess.
Sit on the edge and stare.
Do I hear anything in the water?
Well, you dive in and you find you can see a lot of the reef extends out, generally kind of branching out along the edges and whatnot. You can see fish and like underwater flowers. You can see various crabs and other amphibious creatures kind of living around. You might be able to hear under the sea every now and then.
That does. I'm gonna try to talk to the fish and crabs in Aquan.
Okay. What are you asking?
Hello, friends. Do you know anything about the sentient crabs that tried to have a revolution earlier?
You see a yellow flounder fish walking up, or like swimming up. Yes. See him kind of look both ways, make sure no one's looking. He goes, leans in like kind of really close to you and goes, heard they're part of the fish to the east.
So they came from outside.
Well, to the east, as long as you go around the island, there's some stuff there.
And what can you tell me about the east?
Rougher waters, jagged rocks, meaner fish, the works.
Okay, okay. Do, do you feel safe now here?
We've always felt safe here. I mean, look where we live. You can see actual, like, coral reef houses where they all live.
All right, well, as long as everything is good. Uh, Also, how are you able to speak? This is very strange.
All you hear is bubbles.
He now stopped speaking?
I said all you hear is bubbles. That's how they're speaking.
I mean, do all fish okay, out of character, but in game, do all fish in this universe speak?
No, not all fish. No, only ones that remotely look like characters from a popular Disney film.
Okay. Alright, well, I won't disturb you too much more. I hope you have a good day. Uh, I can speak to the one looking after this place if you want to send a message.
No, they're good. They're all good.
Oh.
They enjoy their peace and quiet every now and then.
Alright. До свидания. Yeah, I'm gonna pop up. And I'll just like say what happened. Yeah, it's all good. The fish seem happy. They can all speak, which is quite interesting. Apparently the fish to the east are the pretty violent ones, east of the island. And that's where they
That is
came from.
interesting. We saw the creature from earlier also headed east.
And I believe we've heard tales of something bad happening over the island's seaside. Did we not?
I forgot to ask if they ever retrieved the sending stone that fell into the water over here. It might have been handy.
Is the lion guy just talking to that plant still?
Oh yeah, they're like they're like just chatting it up.
Walk up behind the lion guy and tap him on the shoulders.
You walk up to hear a conversation about how their kids are doing.
Shake my head a little bit as I walk up and tap him on the shoulders.
Aww.
You can hear Shrooms Junior the Third is currently the top of his class in science.
all of the science.
In runic science, there you go.
The entire science category.
Yep.
He's the head of it now. He's top science man.
Yes.
Where was that sending stone ever retrieved that fell into the ocean?
Oh no, we just assume it got washed away in the tide.
Do you know approximately where it fell?
Yeah, somewhere towards the middle, far south.
On the inner side of the farm or in the open sea?
Open sea.
Very well. Thank you for the information. Stare at him again as they continue the conversation.
Can you believe they just walk up and just ignore a conversation? I know. Whippersnappers.
Seems that the sending stone fell in on the ocean side of the pier, back kind of where we fought the sentient crab. I'm unsure if we're be able to find it, but if there's a reef, it's possible the sending stone got stuck.
Are we gonna get paid extra if we get it?
No, but we might be able to use it for other jobs later on. A direct communication to the town might be helpful, so we don't have to travel back every single time.
I mean, I was just gonna ask the lady for one.
We do that as well.
We can
I'm
always.
unsure how much sending stones cost, but they seem to be able to replace them normally enough.
And we can talk to plants. We really need to.
Is there anything on this blasted island that cannot talk?
I wouldn't put it past almost anything on this island being able to talk at
You know,
this
he'll
point.
look down and look at Skag and, well, I suppose, and he'll like lean down and really look at him squint-eyed. If you talk, we will have some words.
He's just gonna growl at you playfully.
If you talk.
He will be at level 5. He can talk.
It's gonna freak him the fuck out at night.
Yeah.
Fucking middle of the night. You're gonna see the dog jump on the bed on his bed, and you're gonna hear the Doomslayer.
It's canon. I read to him every night, and he's learning his letters.
Shall we head back then?
Or he's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
start singing show tunes.
Yeah, let's go.
We head back to town.
Okay. Is everyone here? Cool. And boop. It would be approximately here. All right. All right. You guys make your way up the road back into the open lands. You find your path now open as you make your way back west. As you can see, you can now see kind of through the forest, you can see where there's various ruins and buildings that have been collapsed over time due to weathering, falling apart. You can see the mud and that like oily like texture to the wetness on the ground.
Are we supposed to be going towards the left?
You're going this way.
Okay, okay.
The right is a complete opposite direction.
I don't know if you just want to move us as a group, because we're going to move as a group anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I like being lazy.
You
No,
can
Sakta. We left him there at the beach. He's going to retire.
it counts as an old folks home for fish people.
Wouldn't be the worst.
You guys kind of begin to walk off the path again. You can see like various along the roads where the ruins and like the foot traffic is somewhat normal here. You can see a lot of the foot traffic is like metal boots similar to that of guards, just kind of making their way throughout here. Most of the area is pretty quiet for the most part. You can still hear the hooting of owls and the occasional like forest creature sounds. You can hear like wolves and squirrels, and you'll occasionally see a deer. All of them looking different than normal. You can see like some of the deer have like more robust horns or are somewhat larger than a deer you would have seen normally. But as you guys make your way back up the cliff to your all the way back to the city.
Oh yeah.
We
All the people passing us, were they kind of like the mercenaries from the guild kind of deal? Like, did we see symbols on them, or were they just like random like guards?
a lot of the people here are going to actually be travelers and guards. The road is safe to travel. It's just one of those things where you don't want to be stuck here at night. Like, you don't want to be like, hey, I'm going to take a nap on the road because there's signs, right? That or because there's ruins, right? That's not how it works. More or less, you won't want to be off the road generally at all times. But most of it is a mix of travelers just kind of walking to their next destination. You do occasionally see, you do from time to time see what looks like carts being pulled full of supplies. So like actual crates with what looks like flour or grain. You do see some like cloth in the crates that are open. Just normal everyday supplies you would see that would go to villages or cities.
Mm. Along the road, did we actually see any of those flowers too?
Oh yeah, there's a there's various points where like you'll stop and kind of as the sun is moving across the valley here, you can see like some branches are kind of kind of unsprawling themselves, or like flowers blooming along the way. You do see like the occasional like man-eating vine or Roper just kind of grabbing like maybe a pigeon that may have landed on them. But
Nature is beautiful.
nature's scary. But well, none of it is really hostile towards you. Like you do see a lot of the plant people kind of like they're either they're unblooming to like suck in the sun, or you do see some kind of popping off the tree and walking around.
How
And
did we not notice that before?
because you were in a hurry,
I guess.
and snow is scurry. But generally out to that, like n- nothing seems like uh, to the island. Nothing seems out of the ordinary for people who actually live here. That's like everyday life. To you, that's like, why did that vine just eat a pigeon? Or things like, why did that tree just pop out three little gremlin looking plant people?
Very weird.
But normal.
Yeah, but normal.
Weird as normal.
And you guys make your way back all the way to the village. Putting you right here.
Hey.
Doors close behind you. Anyone who was on your tail for just to catch up to get into the city is doing the same thing. You see them like checking their stuff. You see the guards making sure people made it in.
All right, boss lady time.
Yeah, no use delaying.
Let us report in.
Wait, it's the bathroom.
Hello, here to see the boss lady again. You know the drill.
They grunt. They just grunt and be like, eh.
Yeah. Bat.
Well, you've made it back this far, so you must have not died. And your report.
Well, to put it lightly, we were attacked by some crab people, but it's been handled.
She kind of like squints.
Different kind of crab people.
They was tiny crabs, and then there was an actual crab-looking one.
And I assume you did it without harming the citizens or the habitat. Yes.
Yep.
Assuming no damage was done. We hadn't had any complaints from the farmer.
And I spoke
Very
with the
well.
fish. They all seemed very happy.
Very well. That looks up. So no abnormalities outside of that. Yes.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You kind of broke up a little bit.
No abnormalities outside of that.
They did melt away after we killed them.
It was a similar phenomenon to the undead that we fought at the graveyard.
As abnormal as this island already seems to be, this seems still not quite commonplace.
Unless it is, and then you just got to tell us, because we just don't know.
Well, I can't say I've ever heard of things dissolving like you have said, but well, it's hard to rule things out when things change a lot.
Also, do you have a sending stone you can lend us? It would make jobs a lot faster.
Oh, yes, we have plenty. You see her pull out the bottom drawer of the desk. There's like 19 of them in there.
I knew it.
Generally, we only give them out to people who are going long distances, but yours is fine.
Seems the ones you've lent out so far have been more used for personal matters.
Well, people do like to keep in touch. It's not unheard of.
Fair enough.
Right, who should take it?
Is there a special way to activate these stones?
I mean, you just hold it up and think of the person you want to talk to. Within 25 words.
Handy.
I just don't really like magic stuff.
I guess I'll keep a hold of it.
Very well. As for your payment, 100 gold for each of you.
Nice.
Which drawer on which side of the desk were the sending stones in?
This one.
Okay. Okay.
Why?
Skag is a growing boy, and he's ornery, so
Do you happen to know of any wizards in town?
Hmm. Any particular kind you would want to find?
Just any, really? Ones that write down their spells in, books, and someone may or may not be able to copy them.
Are you looking for to be someone's apprentice?
More like compare notes.
Hmm. Outside the shops, I'm not entirely sure. Everyone is secretive here.
Hmm. All right. Well, what do you say, everyone? Should we take another job, or
If there's one available, it might be worthwhile.
What you say, lady? You got any work for us?
Anything to cleanse this island of the heresy.
Hmm. Well, not any that are exactly close. If that matters to you.
Looks
Are
at
there any
everyone
heading
else.
east?
would there be any available in the east?
Well, most of the issues we have are generally smaller-ish issues, from broken rooms and taking care of smaller jobs. Anything that would be bigger or more ambitious are further towards the east, where our current guild is.
There's a headquarters there or some sort.
Well, less of a headquarters and more of a gathering spot, I should say. A in between.
are there any wizards in that guild?
You're likely to find more there than you are here.
Good to know.
You think Weez is good enough to meet up with your guild?
No, it's not ours necessarily. It's just a gathering spot, given its circumstance.
And that's where the good jobs is.
Well, good is a definition of it, yes. More dangerous and more reward would be the better saying.
Say no more. I mean,
Just out of curiosity, um, would you be interested in maybe having us investigate the Apex? the monstrous creature we encountered earlier. He's very excited.
Unfortunately, that is not something you can handle at this time. Mildly. Not that I'm telling you no, but it is currently being watched by others.
He's just gonna nod. He's gonna nod.
Are you aware of the portal a little bit north of your tavern?
You mean the one in the middle?
Yeah, the one we came through.
Yeah, there were.
Has anyone else come through the portal?
We get a straggler every now and then since you've come through, but nothing as big as your party, no.
You have any, large groups of people from your place just run off, going through the portal?
We have sent a what's the word? Envoy of sorts through the portal to stabilize relations. Yes.
You's got any idea on why it popped up?
To be perfectly honest with you, it seems like it's been there for quite some time. It just never turned on until recently. Or has been in use until recently. But it seems like it's been used a few times, judging from our study of it.
Looks around at everyone. Is that normal?
You mean that it's been dead for so long?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Judging from notes and the our predecessors, it seems like this is the first time it's ever been stable, at least.
But
So the portal's to remain open for the foreseeable future then?
So it would seem. It seems it's more stable than it's been according to our predecessors' notes. The other times it seems to spur to life for small amounts of time, allowing for what it seems like maybe smaller groups or maybe one or two, and then it just kind of stops.
Has anything happened in correspondence to these portal openings? Large events?
Not that we can tell. It just seems like odd coincidences.
You said this is the first time the portal's ever been stable in some manner.
Correct.
Also
No.
seems to be the first time fish people come out and try to, attack the hatchery.
I'm sure that's more of a regular occurrence than you believe.
yeah, there was that one fella that he was talking about that got beat up by one of the fish or crab things. Said something about his mother.
The fish insulted your mother?
Nah, the other guys. The one got beat up a little bit.
Huh. That's first.
I do believe that dissolving bodies of undead and fish in two separate locations is odd, though.
You can have the Watchers look into it while you're gone.
Have there been any other groups of mercenaries that have taken out groups of monsters like that?
We do occasionally have improper burial rites every now and then, generally from the tribes people of the island, but nothing too
Or
terrible.
rather, just any form of threat dissolving rather than being resources of some form. Hunters whose meat just dissolves rather than becoming meat.
Can't say we have. I mean, occasionally we find a body that's been decomposed, but that's just because the body's been there that long.
What'd you say happened to the crabs? They like turned into sea foam?
Yeah.
The crabs we fought actually dissolved into sea foam and salt water.
Yeah, I guess might be something in the environment that caused it.
Fair enough.
It's hard to predict what happens in our environment as it changes ever so frequently, but some things can't be ruled out. Either way, we will have the Watchers investigate it and see what we can find.
Was there anything specific you would like us to do in the east, or should we just head to the gathering spot and find work there?
Well, your best bet would be to make your way there first, as traveling by foot will take some time. That, and you'll have to climb your way up.
Is there no road? It's mountainous.
Well, the bridge to there is somewhat still fixed, according to my reports, but it is on top of a cliff.
Fair enough.
Then we need to get climbing gear.
Well, not so much. They've just never fixed the bridge all the way up there. There is ways to climb. They have like lifts and stuff. So it's more of a they have no reason to fix it because it's a defense, natural defense.
About how many days you think it's going to take us to get there?
About a week on foot. While the roads are safe and are walkable, staying extended nights on the road is never a good thing.
No, suppose you got a few outposts marked out from there to here.
There are a few hostels along the way that you can stay at that are watched over or protected, yes.
Cute.
Very well.
Your best bet would be to leave during the early morning so you have most of the day to at least make it halfway there, but you may leave whenever.
There ain't anything like a caravan that's going that way, if you knowin'.
Well, we did just get supplies, but generally they stay until we send something back.
first meeting place then, or will we need like some form of recommendation letter?
No, you just have to make it there before dark. They generally stop the list before after dark for defensive purposes, and unless you're a guard of the place and are allowed down.
Fair enough.
I've got what I need. Bat.
You find the bat is missing.
Shit.
It fell over.
Oh, there you are. Come here, Matilda.
Just behind the cabinet.
What do you
Yeah,
find?
it's just behind the cabinet.
Oh,
Very well,
Thank you for the
let's-
information.
Yes, thank you for that. With all the abnormalities I've seen in this place, a little bit of climbing won't hurt.
Okay.
So as we eat up, we rest here for the rest of the day. Gets all shopping done, and then we leave in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
A amicable decision.
I'm hungry.
And apparently can phase through the wall, go back into the wall, and then go through the door.
Trying to fix it.
He didn't phase, he just Kool-Aid man through it.
I'm hungry, bitch. I want food. Alone in the hallway, we see the barbarian and the crab.
He's AFK right now.
Alright. You pull up to the bar. You can see there are more people eating. There are people enjoying drinks. It's about, I'd say about 4 at this point. So they're having like their dinner. They're talking about stories. They're talking about their day like out at sea towards the west end of the island. You can see some talking about their day, about customers. Like, eh, did you hear? Did you hear where Annie bought dress and is trying to swoon a man? It's just random bullshit from most of the villagers. Where'd you like to start?
Kazu wants food, so he will order food.
What kind of food does Kezu want?
Chef special.
Are you sure?
I've never been more sure in my life.
All right. Anyone else?
I'll have what he's having.
Okay. What does what does Rook want?
He will take a cup of coffee.
So motor oil.
and some type of meat for Skag.
All right. You order you order 2 chef specials. You see Billy ring a bell. You see the chef in the back. You see him pop his head up. He looks excited. You see Billy go 2 chef specials. And moments later, he comes back with 2 plates. They are 2 giant meat bones, similar to the Flintstones. You see it is finely cooked. It is dripping in butter. It's got some nice seasoning on the top. You can see a little basil leaves are on there. You can see a side of mashed potatoes on it, all spiced up. You can see a little gravy cup on the side. You can see the meat. The meat just
I'm just
falls
trying
off
to
the
learn how to
bones.
cook this food through osmosis. Don't know how to deal with tentacle fish and big chunks of meat.
But the meat falls off the bone like a brisket.
Rip and tear.
No.
There's even buns to make sandwiches.
Oh,
See, the irony is in D&D you can have nice food. In real life, everyone's actually a terrible cook and couldn't cook this for shit.
Can't have anime food moments in real life. Sad face.
Pepe hands.
You're gonna enjoy your cup of ramen and you're gonna like it.
You can doctor up a little bit. Throw an egg.
Oh yeah.
But this, you guys stay for an hour. Obviously, you know, eat what you can, eat your fill, save what you want. You can you can hear most of the night is spent like just most of other townspeople just talk about their day. It ranges from like the sailors like talking about old sea stories and like what they caught today or brought in. A lot of the shopkeepers are like gossiping about random things like who bought what or can you believe they did this. And just kind of a bustling bar.
Finish off the food. Was there anything specific we needed in town, you think, before we headed out?
Yeah.
They said we won't need climbing gear, but it might not be bad to have.
Would be a nice backup, yeah.
I mean, he's always got some rope and a grappling hook.
Good work.
But
I
yeah,
also have a grappling hook, a couple pins, climbing gear. It looks like.
yeah, I doubt a grappling hook is the only thing used for climbing. Maybe. I don't know.
Just shrugs.
Use a rock person, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't rock people do climbing?
the opposite. I feel most of the time. I don't like being off the ground.
I mean, you're still talking rock.
True. If you smash two rocks together, though, you typically just get dust.
Or more rocks. I mean, tinier ones, but yeah.
Lane just stares in the distance. You blew his mind.
Who knows?
You see,
Maybe you can speak to the rocks here.
you see Billy walk by as you're mid conversation. That goes, "Is that how you guys have rock babies?"
No. Case of humans and the like doing things with people they probably shouldn't.
Smashing rocks.
Very similar to Dragonborns.
Smashing dragons.
This conversation bores me.
I was created.
Was created.
Smashing gish together.
Sorry to hear that.
It's like the one person that is trying to join a conversation and says the most obscure shit, and everyone just turns like deadpan, just looks at him like, "The fuck did you just say?"
Are we all?
This should go buy some climbing gear.
Alright.
Yeah.
Going
Oh,
back
yeah.
to Billy. Is there some form of like general store for these mercenaries, where we could get something like that?
Well, if you go, generally our stores are to your east. You've been there before.
I remember visiting a clothing shop. But I don't
Yes.
remember its name.
Just check the market. You may find something.
Very well, thank you.
Tosses a silver.
Remember, every time Billy talks, it's "I'm Billy."
What?
Mm-hmm.
Every time Billy talks, it's "I'm Billy."
It's "Hi, I'm Billy."
Oh, he says that before he talks.
No. That's all he says. Like Groot. He says, "I'm Billy."
Oh,
But we can understand it?
That's why someone picked up comprehend languages.
Mmm.
Wait. I might be thinking of my yesterday.
I didn't pick up comprehend languages. I
Yeah,
don't know if anyone else did.
I'm thinking of my.
I'm
Wednesday
just
game.
gonna guess that Bearded translated for me and slowly walk away from the bar. To the market then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Market was the one up to the northwest, right?
Market is the bottom one.
Oh, okay.
Brutus.
Brutus is the weapon
Clothing
and,
guy.
and weapon and armor guy. And let's see here.
Whee!
Oof. Wow. Expensive.
My owl.
No pets allowed outside.
This isn't a pet. It's a familiar.
The magical bean.
Seeing eye owl.
Technically a
There's a
fiend.
cat on that table. There's a cat on that table.
There is a 80-pound cat on that table. Yes.
Jesus.
There's a very regal cat standing up on that table.
Chonky.
No, he's sitting there. That is his throne.
Is there any other people in here?
Oh, there's like several other townspeople in here. They're all buying like fresh fruits. They're buying like everyday supplies from like boots or cloth, things like that. You can see some of them are picking up baskets. They're grabbing like you can see like hanging from the top of like some of the food areas. There's like freshly like de feathered birds for like cooking up.
Is there like an obvious like counter or teller somewhere?
The counter's right here.
Where exactly is the fabric?
Fabric is over here.
Is there anyone behind the counter?
Yes, there is a man in a bunny suit and a somewhat regal cat sitting on the table.
Man in a bunny suit.
Yes.
I'm gonna stare at him for just a moment. Would you happen to have any climbing gear?
Who are you asking?
The cat. The more reasonable of the two.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. Is a climbing gear. We have the climbing gear, yes.
How much?
Let's see. That will be 25 gold.
Gonna wince a little bit, but very well.
I don't actually have the equipment guide in our pads right now since it's not finished. So, anything else?
I believe my party is shopping around for a little bit. I just wanted to inquire about the gear. Do you have enough for possibly 6 sets?
We can give you the group price, but it might be hefty.
How much?
For the 6 of you, we shall say 200.
200.
I'll help chip in.
How about for the 5 of us? I'm already equipped with climbing gear. What would the price be?
150 then.
Hands 50
This is
gold.
more than fair. You handed me 50 gold?
Yep.
Okay. I just toss 150 gold on the counter then.
I mean, they're all Limer's kits, so you have like a full harness and everything.
Yeah, I just toss 150 gold.
Yeah. Very good, very good. Anything else?
I believe my party's shopping around still, but thank you very much.
You see
Stare at the bunny man
you
in disappointment as I walk backwards.
you see the cat look back and go, "Now pet me, owner. Pet me good." This cat is a 80-pound hedonism cat.
I'm definitely worried. Tap Keizu on the shoulder while he's browsing.
Eh?
Toss him a climbing gear set and keep moving.
Yeah.
He's in disbelief. He just doesn't know.
Tap Crabman on the shoulder. Awesome with climbing gear set. Same thing for the rest of the party.
Okay.
Can I get 3 vials and maybe a bag of coffee beans or something?
3 vials? Like
Uh,
like a potion vial?
Yeah, that'll work. Just like empty ones.
Mm. Let's see here. It- for like 3 total, it'll be like a gold.
Awesome that.
It's probably not even that. It's for like a silver or something, but math.
Oh, I forget what it was. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a silver.
But it's okay. You're paid in gold and only gold. So there you go.
Ink.
You
I'll take like.
see the cat bite the gold.
What would I have to roll to see if I could try to find any like fancy like tea or food or anything?
Kind of tea.
What?
Like, are you trying to find like like anything special that's like like a off species bird that may be in the mix or something like that?
Possibly anything from the island.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Sure. I'm going to do this as well. I'm gonna use enhance ability
Okay.
to give me. I forget which one is perception. Second.
Eagle eye.
It's eagle.
I'm pretty sure it's wisdom, so.
No. There's Owl's wisdom. Is wisdom.
Ow.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like, while all this is happening, Dietrich's trying to stock up on rations that are barely selecting things that are not weird.
Rations?
Rations, yeah.
I
Just
hope,
normal everyday foods that are definitely not weird at all.
I hope you're not trying to buy rations, because that would be weird.
You said investigation, right?
No, Inception.
Perception. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll cast guidance to. Jesus.
Okay. What particularly are you trying to find? Exactly. Like, do you want like
Anything specifically or specially grown on the island for the use of consumption?
Okay. You can see what looks. There's a couple things here. You can see mushrooms, like ones you would cut up for food, that are like the size of like say the stem is the size of say a longsword handle, and the top part of it is in circumference the size of the handle. But there's also several of them stacked up on top of each other. Like they grew like that.
Hmm.
You can see a couple of the plucked chickens that are kind of like hanging from the ceiling. You can see actually have like four wings. You can see berries. Berries that instead of being like a small one, it's several of them clumped together.
Is there any like tea things or things that they drink? I don't mind asking the shopkeeper too for that kind of thing.
Well, they don't have tea bags similar to like how you would like make sweet tea or something.
No, like loose leaf is
Yeah.
fine.
They've got a couple of leaves here and there that look kind of exotic. You're not exactly sure what kind of taste it would make, but you can see some leaves that have like golden, like the stem of it as it goes up to the leaf is like this golden orange. You can see a couple have like a bluish tint to them.
Sure, I'll grab both those and just head up to the counter then again.
Okay. Is that all you're grabbing?
Yep. How much for these?
Premium tea leaves. Quite to find. That will be 5 copper.
Very well. I'll just toss them a silver.
Okay.
Is there any specific way you're supposed to be making these?
You brew them in hot water. You crush them up, and then you let them stew. Usually for a day or so.
Just nod. Then walk away.
You can also pour them on the body to heal. It's quite warm.
Walk back more interested. Heal as in just medicinal, or does it have more magical properties to it?
It's said to really opens the pores as you pour it on. Really,
Medicinal, yeah.
really helps the body grow.
Alright, well, thank you for the information.
It's totally not using it the wrong way when he uses it.
Yep. Lane's a brewer, so he knows.
So can I like do the same thing and also make a perception check, but instead trying to find normal things in
Sure.
this bunch
Sure.
of not really normal place?
Sure.
I'll walk up
Yeah.
and slap you on the back and give you guidance. Just so that way you can find normal food.
I'm trying my best here.
Lane
Oh,
thinks
look
you're
at that.
highborn.
Oh, wow.
Lane thinks you're highborn now because of it, but you know, whatever.
This lowly food is too good for me.
Yeah. Lane's only slightly judging you, looking for like apple,
Yes,
without any description
Yeah.
on it.
I'm just trying to be normal. This place is too weird. Yeah, but like, Dietrich is trying to gather food, normal food that he can make into normal rations instead of tentacular fishes.
No, you find apples. You find like actual like just normal plucked chickens. You find bananas, onions, celery, and all that stuff is all here. It's all fresh stuff. Like it doesn't look like it's overgrown or tainted. Most of it is normal.
Yeah, Dietrich feels a sense of relief seeing actually normal, not out of the place items in this out of place island. He'll like try to grab a bunch and just I don't know walk up to the counter and try to buy all of that. Just buying rations, more or less.
Well, aren't you a strapping young lad?
I wouldn't say young, but I do enjoy a little bit of fashion.
Alright. So, what all...
I suppose like 10 days of ration,
Okay.
so that'll be 5 gold.
Alright.
He is stocking up for the journey. He doesn't trust anything he sees.
That's fair.
What were the tea leaves again? Sorry, it was gold stemmed and something else.
The leaves had a blue tint to them. So,
And
like,
blue
instead of that being that like, dark green or light green, it's like this very glowing type of blue.
I didn't ask the name. You just said premium tea. I'm like, cool. Here you go. Trying to get away from the bunny suit, man.
Wow, okay. Like, that's the weirdest thing you've seen on the island. Not the six-eyed fish.
Lane's more freaked out about the weird thing happening in the store where he's buying his food.
Not the, giant, like, 20-foot apex fucking, like, zombie-looking thing. No, this is what broke the camel back.
Yeah, that was rational. This is weird.
That's right, okay. This is what breaks the camel's back, okay.
People in this town have gone crazy.
Alright. Anything else?
Keizu's going to look for lightweight but durable fabric to make a very large kite out of.
Okay.
Using my knowledge and lore from the backstory. Or
Okay.
character creation, whatever it was. He is a tailor.
Hmm.
You could tell by the jacket that is totally made for him. How would I go about doing this?
Are you just buying the cloth, or do you have like the sticks and everything,
Don't have any sticks yet,
or I guess rods in this case?
indeed. He would look for those, but right now focusing on the fabric part.
Okay. If you're just looking for like a durable piece of cloth, like very like not going to rip type deal.
But still lightweight enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Hmm. For a decent, we'll say like, we're gonna count. Probably be around 10 square feet or so.
To lay out the full idea, you know, Tanukis and how they float on their tails, in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's trying to do.
About 10 square feet ish. You're looking about 5 gold worth of cloth.
Beautiful.
Somewhere around there. It's about 10 feet or so.
If that is the case, he'll grab that much in cloth
Mm-hmm.
and start looking around for possible rods to use.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay. What kind of rods? Like straight rods, ones that you cut down or bend.
I know that kites are used nowadays with like a kite spar kind of material. It's its own thing. But
Mhm.
now, just looking for something that can still bend somewhat, but won't break.
Kind of like new ones, just like fiberglass and stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not something as sophisticated as that
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah. You base jump or something?
I use it to make foam swords and hit people with.
Hmm. Proper usage?
Mm-hmm. I am what the kids call a LARPer.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Which is bendable wood. Hmm.
Are foam swords monk weapons?
Yes.
They always can be.
Just need a long rest. Or short rest.
I would say since you're just trying to find like bundles like of decently quality wood, I'd say about a gold for like a like a tied up bundle of them from with various shapes and sizes.
Gotcha. So a total of 6 gold for the whole bundle.
Yeah, about $6 $4.
Alright. He'll grab up the bundle.
Well,
Kaizu, lieutenant of the 1st Carter gang in Redacted. Here trying to gather a few more material.
well, looks like you're going to have some fun at night with that, aren't you?
At night, during the day, when I'm trying not to die from falling.
Oh my. You really should send me your sending stone link.
Squints. Yeah, kinda using one on loan, don't got a personal.
A secret sending stone? Oh my. Aren't you the bad boy?
Starts to take a few steps back. Yeah, so just gonna buy this.
Run, Keizu. That cat has a full man in a bunny suit.
Throws 6 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, you know any good places around here with a good updraft that'll keep you up forever?
You said that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can jump off the cliffs. There's generally a good breeze. Not too bad. You can also check out Hunky Hunks down the street.
Just trying to think a new base of operations for the Kiter gang. Alright, appreciate it. Grabs bolts of cloth, runs away. I'm good.
Alright. I can do cat stuff later.
Sounds good.
Alright. Everyone got everything?
Yeah.
Good to head out.
Alright.
Just holding on to buy more spells, which takes a lot of money.
I'm just waiting until you leave town to just say what I want to say.
All right. All right. You guys make your way back to the forest. As you have got all your things prepped, and you make it to the cliffside overlooking the valley.
We're a good distance away from the town. Who has the sending stone?
I do. Rick does.
Kind of look at the wizard. You cast Identify.
Identify. Yeah, that's a spell wizards have.
But do you have it?
But you know, maybe not this wizard. You know?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't have identify.
Look at Rook. Can you cast Identify?
I can do detect magic. That's
Darn.
it.
I don't know a lot about magic, but I do know sending stones are typically two-way. They don't allow you to choose a target.
I can maybe identify it. As I sees it. Holds it in his hand, looks it over. Yep, looks like a sending stone. Gives it back.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, we can always test it out, right? If you are worried it doesn't work.
I'm just saying I believe it's a stronger magic.
Are you absolutely sure you want to test out this sending stone?
I mean, but I can try it if anybody wants.
Sure, just try to send me a message. I was also trying to see how many uses it had because we never actually asked.
Oh, it's got like 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got like 5 or 6. It's enough to send a full like message or send like enough information that people kind of get the point type deal.
Yeah.
Like monster running east, watch out type deal.
Hello, Lane. That does me suck though.
25
Is it
words.
working?
Did it
We're
work?
still good.
Did we blow up? Did it work?
It worked. You hear a message in your head.
Extremely odd. Maybe it's a stone that can cast sending.
Yeah, give it back.
To have a lot of them on hand, though, means that there is someone powerful enough to enchant stones to cast sending more than once.
Isn't magic wonderful?
I guess. That means there's a wizard. There's a wizard somewhere.
Or an artificer, I guess.
True, true.
Wait, that class doesn't exist in this. Never
Yes,
mind.
it does.
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
Yes, it
Never
does.
mind, it exists in this. Yep.
She had like a
Yeah.
drawer full of things.
If if I were you, I'd be questioning why she had 19 of them. But you know,
Everybody's getting drunk and breaking them.
Yeah. That's my guess.
we'll go with that. All right.
Maybe it was just me having nerves.
You got nerves?
I think all living things do.
You're so rigid and stoic. Sometimes I forget Yuzu's alive.
Just stare at him.
Yeah, like that.
I don't know if that's an insult or. Damn.
Well, suppose we move on then.
From the conversation, or
Starts walking down the back.
Nice.
You guys slowly begin to make your way down the cliff into the valley. From the top view of the cliff of where you're at, you actually do get a pretty good idea of how expansive this place kind of is. Like, you can see mountains to your immediate kind of like northeast. Like they kind of peak. You can see they kind of peak there, and you can see looks like it kind of is snowing over there. To your immediate east, you can see more. You can see a couple of things. You can see like a large capital in the distance, like giant walls, like tower up. But the big thing you see is a majority of like the valley itself is filled with like ruins that are submerged in the ground. All they're either covered in foliage, fallen apart, have been taken over by just overall growth, but most of it looks like at one point this may have been its own little kingdom. And you slowly begin your journey across the valley.
You want us to move ourselves, or are you just gonna move as a group?
What do you want to do?
Maybe as a side point, like if any of the ruins we've passed look interesting, special, like maybe we can look at them. But that's just if that's plausible.
Just
That's something.
investigate along the way.
Yeah, that's something Rook's kind of interested in.
I'll help out with that since I still. Oh, probably not by now.
I'd help out.
I guess
I'm
once
very interested.
on the first set of ruins, wherever they are, I'll cast enhance ability again on Rook. Or on myself rather, and I'll just do perception checks or investigation or whatever one works.
Okay. You guys would get about probably about here. As you guys kind of slowly make your way down the cliff as it winds and turns, and you get yourself into the actual valley. You can see on your like kind of to your north. You can see what possibly could have been maybe a large tower. You can see that the top of the tower is forever like embedded into the ground. The top of it is just for the most part gone. Okay. You can see you can see the tower is kind of like very embroidered. Has a lot of somewhat stand-outish designs on it that have been faded out due to time. But overall, it seems like at one point this may have been a tower or a church type of building.
But it's like sinking into the mud.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's dilapidated into the mud.
Interesting.
Does it have any like, I don't know, way to look into it? Kind of. I mean, it's probably all crumbled, but like,
You can see like it does have windows in it, right? Like every now and then, it looks like it's pretty big inside. From just kind of like observing of that window.
all right. Do you want to go inside?
I'm guessing it's off the path though into the forest. Do you feel it worth the risk? Is there any visible? You said it was like possibly a church. Is there any like visible like markings for like different deities?
You can see, kind of like at the top on most towers, it has that like a cross on the top or like some type of symbol.
Yeah.
You can like make out what could have been a symbol of some kind at the top, at the tip top of the little like pole of it, but you can't really tell exactly what it is.
I say we go
Possibly a
inside.
church.
Yeah, let's investigate. Let's just learn something.
We should not linger too much. There's haste to be made.
But there
I'm
could be
unsure
heresy.
about leaving the road. But we've learned a little bit about the plants, so it's possible we might be okay.
Why don't you ask the plants?
Very well. Walk up to the plants. Do
Which plants?
I see a flower anywhere?
You see a couple here and there.
The not man-eating ones.
Sure. I'll try to go up to one that looks similar to our boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello! I'm Shrooms O'Reilly the Sixth.
It is nice
God
to meet
damn
you.
it.
I'm Lane.
What can I help you with today?
Is there a possible path to that tower behind you? Preferably one that doesn't touch any of the man-eating vines, the larger ones that hang from the trees.
Well, if you don't stay too long off the path, you shouldn't be any problems, but it's hard to tell what's out there. And during the
Do you know
day.
what happens? Do you know what happens if we stay off the path for too long? Does it alert creatures of some sort?
Well, won't alert them, but the runes can't help you if you get found.
Fair enough. Turn back to the group. Do you think it's worth the risk then?
I think so. It doesn't seem too far.
Just nod. Would you be willing to show us the way? I'm willing to carry you as well if that helps.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Well, you can simply just walk by. You should be fine.
Very well.
Remember, the swamp, the marsh and swamps are rough terrain.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Are you sure?
no risk, no reward, huh?
Let's go.
Me personally, no. Lane, he doesn't care. he doesn't. He doesn't know anything right now.
Okay.
I'll hold up the rear unless
Hmm.
people want me to go first. Then
You are a tanky wizard.
Lane will lead the way. This is a bad idea. I'm gonna get minus reputation from plant people if I get caught here.
Fortunately, I have 10 wisdom, so I'm not very perceptive for a wizard.
Dear God, that's a 4. What happens? Please tell me nothing.
I think lower is better.
You think that?
Yeah, it helps me sleep at night. So
Is this just like fallen stone part in the mud? Or is this just like basic ruin kind of template for their map making?
Do what?
Just like actually fallen stone part in the mud, or is
Uh-huh.
it just basic fallen ruin
It,
parts?
it's like sides of buildings. It's road that has been cracked up and just kind of lost to nature as it's overgrown, or it just sank.
Okay. I try to keep on that kind of stuff so I don't sink in the mud. I'm guessing this is a tower though.
Yep.
Okay. I will once we're here. How long did that take us?
With probably about 30 minutes, because you had like all 6 of you are drudging through mud and overall just kind of like it's about knee height.
Okay. Lane will just kind of nod to himself and be like, I give us 30 minutes before we should head back to the road. And then I'll cast Pass Without Trace right here for the group. I suggest we be stealthy when we explore the ruins and possibly on the way back.
Give me
Alright.
perception checks.
Sure.
apparently my owl just fell right into the mud.
Oh, I get advantage. 'Cause are we in a forest?
You would have been in the forest when you weren't in the mud.
Okay, okay. So then I don't get it.
It's 18, 19. As you are meandering your way around the mud and stepping on the stones to keep your balance in the mud, you notice something along the towering buildings still kind of sticking out. There are nests here. You can see them hanging off the sides of the building. You can see there are ones along the ground and in little cubby holes of houses that are still kind of cracked from damage.
Like big old wasp nests.
We're gonna go with that, yeah. You're not exactly sure what they are.
They're killer wasps.
Does it like look like the tower that we were about to investigate's like infested with them?
Oh, it's not just the tower, it's everywhere along here.
Point them out. Tell people to be quiet.
Have
there,
my
like-
owl fly in for a second. It might not be too loud.
Just shrug and kind of point to about the range of 30 feet of my pass without trace circle. That's how far he's got. If I stand right next to the wall, he's about 30 feet inside.
Well, maybe those of us that are more sneaky can go.
Raises an eyebrow.
Sneaky.
I always get stung by a bunch of fucking or whatever this is, or bit. But yeah, I'll go.
Whatever vile creatures they are, they will squish and burn all the same.
I guess Keizu will start walking in stealthily. Would you like me to roll stealth?
Yes.
You want company? I'm not bad at stealth.
Yeah, I
was gonna
mean,
follow.
I got a +5, so maybe. Plus the 10.
I'm even proficient in stealth. Who knows?
I know I am.
Oh, I'm not. But, you know.
We're in pass without trace though, so it's a
Yeah.
+10 no matter what.
Skag is perfect. He's got good stuff. We'll leave him. We'll leave him here.
Anime boy needs to roll at disadvantage.
Anime boy could stay outside, I think.
Yeah, sit
Maybe.
sit next to me, anime boy. I'm not going in there. Fuck that. I don't. Can we see the symbol on the tower now?
As you go inside of it,
No, you said there was ones like on top.
yeah, on top of the sticking out part, yeah.
Is it like a well-known one, or is it kind of like an obscure god?
You're not exactly sure.
Let me have a look. Is there anything I can roll, perhaps religion, to figure out? First of all, is this like specific to a god? And second of all, how occultic do I think this might be?
How much heresy is involved?
Give me
There's
a
bound to be some heresy,
give me a religion check.
for sure.
Can I make one too?
If you want.
Never mind.
I feel like I'm supposed to be good at this. Decent.
You're not exactly sure who the god is, but it looks like at one point there may have been a missionary that may have tried to set up here. And from the looks of it, nothing like it never really went anywhere. Like there was not enough time or not enough what's the word I want? Not enough of a following, I should say,
I see.
to really ever build up to anything.
An influence I do not recognize. A failed attempt, possibly a cult. We shall figure out.
Lang,
Yep.
while you are standing outside, you rolled a
19.
action of perception. You notice that there are bug carcasses around the area, almost like beetles.
Just the carcasses of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear anything like buzzing?
You don't hear any buzzing, but you do see there seem to be bones near a lot of the carcasses.
Are any of the carcasses moving?
They're not moving, but it looks like human bones. Well, humanoid bones.
Alright, I'm gonna keep watch then, and then you know about how long it's been? Once it hits 30 minutes, I'm literally just gonna try to gather everyone back up and head back into the forest.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to check out while you're here?
Are there any like old books or anything in here?
You can see some like torn up parchment, maybe small pieces of paper that were once here, but they're either are completely gone due to like the nature of the rain or weathering. A lot of the statues here are very war torn, or like not war torn, weather torn, and kind of faded away. Like parts of it like just fell off and hit the ground, things like that.
I investigate for a scroll or anything, or like book that's in decent condition, or is it just like absolute dust and just scraps?
Most of it is absolute dust and scraps. Like it's just falling apart everywhere.
All right.
can detect magic. If you want to do that.
Ooh. That could be useful.
I'll go back in there. Goes in the center of the room and detects magic.
Okay. There is nothing in your immediate vicinity outside of the ruins to your south.
And I have 10 minutes. If we want, we can just try to scope an area for 10 minutes. See if we can find it.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
So you're going north?
Is that where the bones are?
Well, that's just all around you.
Ah, okay. Sure.
Okay. Stop here. You start to slowly and carefully walk into the mud, standing on the stones. And you see to your north is a gigantic two-horned beetle laying on the ground. It is not dead, it is sleeping. Around him, or around it and under it, there are several hundred beetles of similar shape and color. Well, of similar look and color. Under and around it.
I'm gonna be honest, Rook loves animals, so he kind of wants to tame it, but he's gonna default to the party.
The beetle is the size of the apex that you found earlier.
Oh, that's important.
You will also notice that a lot of its front claws, or its front like pincers, are not the same color of its body. Almost like it's stained.
Okay. Maybe this will help me make a decision. Is my detect magic picking up anything?
No,
Was that yes or no?
no, there is no
Okay.
magical near it.
might be best to get out of here now.
Yeah, I agree.
Slowly lowers bat. Yeah, sure.
Don't trip now. Lane, give me a dex save.
You literally meant don't trip. Oof.
Lane, you trip over something in the mud, and you land face first in the mud. You find a skinless, organless, muscleless skeleton, completely devoured of any of its flesh. Or, for that matter, any of its meat that it had. Funny thing is, the armor was untouched.
Hey, that's free armor.
What do you do?
Wait. So it dissolved the flesh, but not the metal?
Oh, no. So it's the body's kind of wearing like leather armor. So there's spots where it's just kind of like leather, and then the skin, and then some more leather.
Okay.
It is the armor is untouched. It's aged by weathering all the mud, but there is not an ounce of skin, meat, muscle, or anything on the skeleton. Like it was
Joke's
picked clean.
Joke's on you. I don't have skin.
Sure. If you just stand there motionless, they might just ignore you.
But my boy does, so I want to leave.
So I don't know if Lane said anything. He's been muted.
Oh, sorry. Did I hear? Do I hear any? I'm sorry. What I would have said is, do I hear anything once I fell, like coming towards us?
No, you you, you, you don't hear anything coming towards you. You don't feel anything coming towards you. You just see a body that is completely picked clean.
Except for a chest plate that hasn't been touched at all by like anything.
Well, it has boots on. It has pants on. It has like all armor except completely
The clothing's
untouched.
not aged though.
Well, it is. It's like weather torn and like stained from all the mud.
Yeah, Lane just keeps walking back, gets up slowly, just keeps listening to hear like for any other noise other than the party. I don't know how much noise I made falling over in the mud. And if I don't hear anything, then I'm just gonna keep walking back towards the edge of the forest.
You don't hear anything yet.
Hey, I'm booking it, boys. Do I actually see any flowers once we hit like the edge of the forest?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do grow further in. That's cool. Do we hear anything like once we actually hit the road? Other than like possibly people.
Outside of the flapping of what seems like a lot of bugs, no.
We actually hear the flapping of bugs, wings, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Do
hiding
we
in the
wanna hide?
forest.
You just see a giant-sized beetle and its offspring or horde just kind of floating away.
Which direction?
It is currently going to the north.
Cool.
He's gone. We can go back and look.
Yeah, the coast is clear now.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not one to shy away from anything, but I just don't really like all that.
Yeah.
Ask our
So,
buddy.
did you guys find anything in the ruins?
Shit.
We found
What an
disappointment.
adventure.
You found something. It was just man-eating beetles.
Turn shroomy. You might want to spread the rumor that there are a lot of beetles heading north.
Will do.
Thank you. Wipe some of the mud off.
Out of character, looks at the wizard.
Out of characters.
Prestidigitation, my friend.
Lane doesn't care.
Clean all soiled things.
Look, it's just natural camouflage. Now he can blend in with the mud.
All right, so that was a
Wow.
good little side adventure.
Yep.
Let us hurry lest we get stranded in this goddamn place.
All right.
And so we move forward.
After your escapade past the road, you make your way further down. As you're traveling, you pass more ruins. You can see what looks like townships or what maybe have been small villages in the valley. And you get to the crossroad here. It has begun to get late. To your north, you see what looks like a hostel. To your right, the road continues on down the valley.
Rest for the night.
Sounds good.
Okay, guess we head towards the hostel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out there's a bunch of beetles in it.
It's been eaten out.
Don't.
You guys make your way up north, passing through some of the trees. You can see signs kind of along the path that kind of show where people who do live out here have left kind of like hostel is this way or safe area up here type deal. And as you guys pull up to the hostel, you appear. Here, inside.
Mm. Knocks off mud.
I'm loaded, but I might have to leave right now. It's a little bit too late. Got too much work to do.
That's fine. We can end it here.
Alright. Yeah, I'm heading out now. I'll see you guys next week.
Enjoy.
Adios.
Well, all right. We will end it here and pick off next week from here.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much for the session.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go get those beetles next time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to follow, and I will see you Saturday, assuming no one has any issues, for season 2 of Storm Before the Calm.